What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and we're back shooting another video. Again, this is the second one that I'm shooting today because I'm going on vacation and I got to get you some content. Just because, I'm off from my other job doesn't mean, but anyway. So what we're going to talk about today are clones. Yep, clones. And clones that are definitely worth having. Now, some of these I know what they're cloning, some of them I don't. It doesn't matter. The main thing is they're inexpensive but high quality, high powered. It reminds me of a song that was on, what was it, Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style CD? Or the dude said 7 execution style murders. I have no remorse because I'm the, haven't you ever heard of a killer? I drop bombs like Hiroshima. And then somewhere in there he said something about it was an RBX. I'm high powered. These are 7 high powered fragrances. I told y'all, fragrances, football, music, it all just ties in with me. So, but anyway, let me get back on track. Like, share, and sub. Thank you all for all that you've done for the channel. Now I've wasted enough of your time with this shenanigans. Let's get into it. Let's bust it open. That ain't sound right. From the House of Fragrance World. And this is a clone of Elysium. And this is one of the most beautiful bottles in my collection. It's just something about it that's just, but it's, how do you pronounce that? Imperium. Let's go with that. Yeah, it's Imperium. I'm going to sound it out like I'm in first grade. Imperium from Fragrance World. Look at that bottle. It's something about that bottle, ain't it? All that blue and gold just sitting there shining. So what is this a clone of? Elysium. Is it close? Yup. Yup. Pretty doggone, yep. Yep, and then yep. Fragrance World does a bang up job. Now, I'll tell you. For me, when it comes to the majority of my clones, I want them from either Sensual, Obsessions, or Dapper, because those guys are so personable. And they're right here in America, and you can reach out to them. And anytime I message them, at some point they message me back. Never one time have I sent them a message and been ignored, and that means something to me. I just want to get that out of the way now. But I excluded them from this video because not everybody wants a clone like that. Though I think it's silly, but it is what it is. Everybody has their right to feel how they feel, right, Bob? Right, Bob said yeah. So this video is for those who would rather have, what would be the word? A less direct clone, even though these are direct clones, but less direct. But from the House of Imperium, it is their, I did it again, from the House of Fragrance World, it is Imperium, which is their version of Elysium. And I may just take this with me on the trip, man. I think I am. I think I'm gonna take this with me on vacation. And for $30, you get a fragrance that is very, very similar to a fragrance that will cost you $400 or $500. I do have Elysium. I do have some decants of Elysium that I am guarding with my life because it's expensive and I can't. Maybe I'll come up on a partial bottle or something, but then I think if you have the decants and you have this, then what difference does it make? So from the House of Fragrance World, it is Imperium. Sticking with Fragrance World. What is the name of this one? Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can see that. Yep, I can see that. From the House of Fragrance World, it is Happiness Oud. And I'm sure this is a clone of Oud for Happiness. And I'll tell you one thing about Fragrance World. If I, let's say when I open up my fragrance shop and I were to sit this bottle on the counter and a person walked up, and this one, because they're both from Fragrance World. If I sit these two bottles on a counter and a person had them in their hands, there's no way that you would think A, they're cheap, or B, that they're inexpensive, or C, that they're clones of anything, because they're that well made and they're that solid. So Happiness Oud, I'm sure. Happiness Oud is a clone of Oud for happiness. I had to think about it, because then there's Oud for greatness. And this is a bomb. Like right now, I'm telling you, I could start a fire with those two fragrances right there. Thick, rich, resinous, fruity, oudy, just good. It's just good. 2 or 3 squirts of this and you're good. And again, I love the bottle and the presentation. I mean, look at the detail. See that? And you see the front and you see the plate on the bottom. I mean, just great attention to detail. There's nothing about this fragrance that says, hey, cheap, or nothing like that. Nothing like that. It just screams high quality to me. To me, that's what I get. So Happiness Oud, and again, you pick up on the oud, but it's a very manageable and wearable oud. To me, it's a fruity oud, and it's nice. I like it. It smells good. This is one that you definitely need in your collection. Oud, Happiness Oud. This next one, again, it's a clone indirectly. Man, have I put a dent in it? I know I've decanted a lot of this to people. It's probably one of the cheapest parfum concentration collection. One of the cheapest parfum concentration fragrances in my collection. Well, not a parfum, it's an EDP. From the house of Nissan, it is Armada. And this, many people say, hey, that's a clone of Cool Waters. I'm going to go a step further and say this one is a clone of Green Irish Tweed. And for $5, $6, you get a EDP that is deep, rich, green, fresh, aquatic, and inexpensive. It is all of that. Like the only fragrances that I can even put in this category with that price point are Roboco, Real Madrid, and this, because fragrances that, and way back in the day, I used to wear some stuff from Beverly Hills Polo Club. I think it was Ignite. It was on that level too. Just stupid good for the price. But all of those fragrances are more expensive than this one. This is $5.99 is what I picked this up for at Burlington. $5.99. You can't beat that. I mean, you can't even get a cheeseburger and an iced tea for $5.99. But what you get, green, fresh, aquatic. But it is definitely worth having. All right, this next one is from a house that I'm seeing all over TJ Maxx, all over Marshalls, all over Ross, and it is from the house of Milestone. And it is from their Velvet collection, and it is Ombre Sun. And this is a clone of something from Dolce & Gabbana, from their Velvet series or whatever it's called. And I can't tell you what it's cloning. I know it is a clone because you see that? But what I can tell you is this. This kind of turned into an oud video, didn't it? Here and there. What I can tell you is this fragrance is Bo Jackson running a 40-yard dash. It do what it want to, how it want to, when it wants to. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. And you don't hear me use that to describe a lot of fragrances, but this fragrance is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning, especially when you think it is $14.99. I mean, I just, it's warm, it's seductive, it's sexy, it smells of quality. Again, one of those situations where if this was sitting on a fragrance counter in a fragrance shop, you know, putting the milestone right there, I wish they'd put it somewhere else, does kind of cheapen the aesthetics a little bit, because I don't know what kind of logo that is, but the rest of it, even the cap has that little felt feel to it, an itemizer. There's nothing that comes across about this fragrance as cheap. So especially $14, I think somebody would easily pay $50 for this and be happy, you know, given the right situation and the right circumstances. But this right here is another oud type of scent. It's not a fruity oud, but it is a rich, but yet at the same time very wearable. From the house of Milestone, it is Ombre Sun. This next one is one I haven't had in my collection long at all, but it's made a few videos because to me it's that good. From the house of Lattafa, it is Assad. And this, straight to the point, it's a clone of Dior Sauvage Elixir. It is. And it is a damn good one. It is probably running about 98%. At the end of the day, I mean, it's just a good fragrance, but don't buy this because it is a clone of Dior Sauvage Elixir. Buy it because it's a good fragrance. That's all. That's it. It is a good fragrance. It's deep, it's rich, it's resonance, it's smoky, it's ashy. Oh, yeah. Wintertime banger. I think if you go 4 sprays of this, it's gonna be too much. Maybe 3. It's 3 well placed sprays, and that's enough. So a bottle this big will last you forever. And I got this for $12 on Mercari. From the house of Lattafa, it is Assad. I think I have another one from the house of Lattafa. And again, I don't know what this one is cloning, and it's an oud fragrance as well, and it hasn't been in my collection. As a matter of fact, I think I wore this one time from the house of Lattafa. It is blue oud. Blue is definitely one of my favorite hues. I'm gonna spray this in the top. Nope, not gonna do. It is a very, very dense oud. More oud in this than any of these other fragrances. This is not a playful oud. This is a don't play with me oud. Is what this is. This is an oud fragrance for the oud lovers. It smells very luxurious and very expensive. I had to make sure my video was recording. You know, I have recorded a whole video without recording any video, so I had to make sure the video was recorded. Say that 3 times fast. But anyway, from the house of Lattafa, it is blue oud. It's a beautiful scent, but you have to like oud to like this one. But if you like oud and you want a cheap, wearable oud fragrance that's going to last you for days, then get Lattafa's blue oud. Nothing else to talk about with this one. Oud, maybe some saffron, but oud, and a pretty oud at that. Nice masculine oud, totally different from the other ouds that are down here. Those are a little bit smoother. This bad boy is Mike Tyson in the 80s coming into the ring. No shirt, no socks, little black shoes on, the black trunks and the towel. Just, that's what this one is. That's what this one is. Just saying. This one right here, this hurt my heart to say this, but this reminds me of Deontay Wilder before he got knocked out by Butterbean or whatever that dude's name. Tyson Fury or whatever, Butterbean. Yeah. This is Deontay Wilder. And I like Wilder. Wilder's a Bama boy. That's my guy. I loved it. He always gonna be the champ to me. But this is Mike Tyson again, coming down the ring with, again, black shorts, black shoes, no socks, and that towel on his. That's what this is. Bam. Right to the face. That's it, right? It's over. Right over with. This next one, I'm glad I purchased it. And this is a testimony to how fragrances that just sit on the counter have gotten so much better over the years. From the house of Camera, it is Eldorado Kingdom. And I couldn't remember what this was a clone of. Great atomizer. This is one you can't wear around everybody. And the reason for it is it's strong. And you're like me, you're gonna spray too much. And if you spray too much of this, you're going to catch fire or you're going to choke. They're gonna say, damn, he smelled good, but I think he was smoking on a Cuban, because that's what this sounds, this is what this smells like to me. Tobacco, not a fruity tobacco, but a man's tobacco. I'm talking about a masculine, smooth tobacco. I don't know if it's something from Killian that this was, but you know what just hit me? Oh boy, you know what just hit me? This is, I still got stuff laid out from my other video. As I told you, I was recording 2 videos back to back. Toy Boy and this together, bam, Smoky Boy. That's a smoky baby right there. That's it right there. That's it right there. Smoky baby, it's funny. I had on something from Cuba. I want to say it was Cuba Prestige Black. And it's a little bit powdery, a little bit smoky. You have to excuse me for laughing, but I was around a young lady, and that's what she told me. She said, you smell like a smoky baby. I was just like, what? This shit was funny to me, and it just hit me when I said Smoky Baby with the Toy Boy. But nonetheless, man, I'm delusional. Y'all forgive me, but I'm having a good time, and I hope you're enjoying yourself here too. But from the house of Camera, it is Eldorado Kingdom, and this is just a nice, smoky fragrance. A little bit smoky, a lot smoky. It just smells like a really expensive tobacco. It's what it smells like, and it's really, really good, and it's definitely one that you can get in your collection. And it's $14.99, and I can remember being in TJ Maxx in Gardendale, Alabama, and smelling that and thinking, I don't know what it smells. At first I thought it was Straight to Heaven by Killian, but it's not. It's close, but it's not, but it gives you that same type of vibe. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I still got one more video to shoot. I got a lot of fragrances to put up. So, but the grind don't stop. The grind don't stop. But anyway, guys, listen, I love you all. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Oh, continue to check in and let me know where you're watching from. And if you have any of these fragrances, please be sure to let me know. All right, guys, with that being said, I am going to get off of here and pause for just a second and shoot another video. Can you believe it? All right, guys. I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.